Raptors, or birds of prey, particularly owls, provide interesting starting points for ethics-led action learning towards more sustainable lifestyles. So what ecological roles do owls play, and how can we ensure that they thrive? If we looked at starting points, well, for many cultures around the world, the owls are a dark and fearful creature of the night. This is changing as we realize that all birds of prey have an important ecological function. In rural townships, community groups are keeping owls in their areas to control rodent populations. They keep them in breeding boxes. And in this way, the owl is becoming a good omen for keeping rat populations under control and a healthy community. So declining raptors, particularly owls, is an important topic, and the owl boxes are becoming a feature in many community settings around which you can source local startup stories. Of course, the sad thing about the owls is that you often see them flattened on the road, in this case by a bus, and you can find out more about why this is and explore the raptors that you see coming in seasonally and start working out solutions to keep the raptors around the area, because these are an indicator of biodiversity and healthy environments. So this allows us to draw on culture and heritage to move past some of the concerns in early heritage and to be able to feel a positive future flying on the wings of our imaginations. And a good place to start is with a simple ecosystem where you see the relationships between the various organisms, or to start by making an owl box. So there are two simple nest box designs that can be used for barn and spotted eagle owls, and they need very little material to be turned into a cozy dwelling for these magical animals, so that they can be observed in your school grounds or observed locally. Spotted eagle owl nest boxes can be made of scrap wood to build an open nest with a roof, and barn owls require a larger enclosed box to breed. So startup materials always contain some interesting patterns of interdependence, ecological interdependence, and the striped field mouse is dependent on wild grass seeds for food. Eagle owls depend on striped field mice and rats, as do the barn owls, and rats depend on litter and waste in urban areas. So there are many interesting conflicts that can be explored. You might also find rat pellets or owl pellets with rats skeletons in, and these can be opened and explored at a school level. One has to be careful that you don't allow the children to deal with dead animals and except under supervision, because BirdLife South Africa does not promote the use of poisons to eradicate rats. There are many rat poisons on the market that are environmentally friendly. If the dead rodent is eaten by other animals, owls and cats and dogs, they could die from secondary poisonings, and the poison could also be harmful to children. So we have to be careful of this, but the rat pellets are really important. There's also the rat zapper that is very target specific. Rodents are enticed into the trap where they are killed by a quick, powerful electrical shock, but we tend to promote the capture and release of animals away from where they have become a problem, and this is what we'd encourage the teachers to explore. And as you can see, poisons, zappers, catch and release, these are all questions of ethics, safety that can be explored in a class together. And here's the reference for the resource that you can adapt to your teaching needs.